destinations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, India through Lima. Please call now.
This is Kilo 1, India. Name is Charlie, located in Southwick on commercial power on a 2-meter link.
We got Whiskey 1, Hotel Yankee November, Whiskey Bravo 1, Echo Mike Echo, Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot, go back to Victor, Kilo Bravo 1, Charlie Papa Zulu, Kilo Charlie 1, Alpha Bravo Tango, and I believe that last one was Kilo Bravo 1, Alpha Kilo Uniform. We also got the Kilo 1 II and Kilo Charlie 1, India Zulu Charlie. I'd like to welcome all to the rest of the best emergency net.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, India Kilo Alpha, Smitty, in Westfield, battery power, on the 440, Western Mass area Skywarn, no traffic, good morning Easy, good morning Annette.
By the way, he does actually have an announcement after that checks in.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Uniform Hotel Lima, Mark from Russell, commercial power 440, no traffic, no affiliation. Starting to snow up here.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, November, Lima Delta, Mark in Southampton. I believe that is Whiskey 1 Kilo Radio X-Ray, Greg in Baldwinsville.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo in Westfield. I'm on commercial power, battery backup. I'm on the 2-meter side, no traffic. Good morning, Easy. Good morning to the net.
This is Whiskey 1, Alpha Echo Zulu, net control. There's been some doubling and I believe some QRM there. I was able to copy KC1 UHL Mark, but I need Whiskey 1, and if you can come in with your call sign, your name, your location, and your power source, I greatly appreciate it. And I'll
This is Commission Center 1, I think it's Kilo.
So the
Whiskey 1,
station,
Kilo Radio X-Ray, Greg in Baldwinsville.
Whiskey 1, Kilo, Romeo, X-ray, Greg, up in Worcester County. So if I'm making it in or not, quite a home.
Okay, I was able. This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu. Seems to be some more QRM there. I appreciate if everybody could stand by. I'm looking for. I got Whiskey 1, Kilo Romeo X-Ray, Greg in Baldwinsville. Could I get Kilo Charlie 1, Jim in Westfield? Could I get your call sign again, please?
Yes, this is Kilo Charlie, Kilo Echo.
Net control copies, Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Yankee, Kilo Echo.
Okay, this is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu, net control. Being patient with the QRM and the doubling. Jim, I was able to copy Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo something Echo. Could you give me that call sign again? And please, no more QRMs.
No problem. Kilo Charlie 1. KC1 KF.
Kilo Charlie 1, Jim. Could you give it several times? Apparently there's somebody out there that feels that the QRM is more important than this net. So this is W1AEZ calling out for Jim.
Alright, Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Foxtrot Echo, KC1 KFE, KC1 KF.
Oh, Roger, net control finally copies Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Foxtrot Echo, and thank you for no QRMs. The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Kilo 1, India, India. Kilo Charlie 1. Kilo 1, India, India, Charlie from Southwick. Kilo Charlie 1, India, Zulu Charlie, Mike from Agawam. Kilo Charlie 1, India, Kilo Alpha, Smitty from Westfield. Kilo Charlie 1, Uniform Hotel Lima, Mark from Russell. Whiskey 1, Kilo Romeo, X-Ray, Greg from Baldwinville, and Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Foxtrot Echo, Jim from Westfield. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in.
This is the W1TOM repeater, CL127.3.
Stations with or without traffic, birds, letter, suffix, Mike through Papa. Please call now.
Kilo Bravo 1, November Echo Kilo. Chris in Northampton. Aries and Skywarn for Western Mass. Battery power on the UHF link.
This is Kilo Bravo 1, Papa Kilo India, Kenny Chicopee, battery power, no traffic. Good morning.
This is Chris.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Victor Romeo, Dave in Southampton. Battery power on the 2-meter side. Western Mass, Aries and Skywarn. I hold no traffic. Good morning to all on the net.
Here is Kilo Bravo 1, November Golf Hotel, Scott in Springfield. Commercial power, no traffic. Good morning, EZ. Good morning, Internet. I am N1ONO, November 1, November Oscar, George and Chicopee on the 2-meter machine with a battery-powered HD. Good morning to the net.
This is Kilowatt Bravo 1, November Oscar X-Ray, KB1 NOX, Richard in Westfield, battery power, Western Mass Aries and Skywarn, 440 link, and it is snowing.
The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Kilo Bravo 1, November Echo, Kilo Chris in Northampton. Kilo Bravo 1, Papa Kilo India, Ken in Chicopee. Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Victor Romeo, Dave in Southampton. Kilo Bravo 1, November Golf Hotel, Scott in Springfield. November 1, Oscar November Oscar George in Chicopee. And Kilo Bravo 1, November Oscar X-Ray Richard in Westfield. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Quebec through uniform. Please call now.
Alpha Alpha 1, Uniform Echo, Gary and Southampton on battery power on the 440 side. Good morning, Easy. Good morning to the net.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 Sierra Echo Whiskey, Mike from West Springfield. Commercial power, 2-meter band. Good morning, all.
This is Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Zulu Yankee, portable, Brian in Springfield. Good morning, Easy. Good morning to the net on a 2-meter link. All no traffic.
Take one.
The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Alpha Alpha 1, Uniform Echo, Gary from Southampton. Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Echo Whiskey, Mike from West Springfield. And Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Zulu Yankee, Brian from Springfield. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Victor through Zulu. Please call now.
Here is November 1,
AIG.
Golf.
Number 1,
Adams, commercial power, no traffic. I'm on the 440 side. Good morning, Easy. Good morning, Net.
Bravo 1, Whiskey, Quebec, Kilo, Lori, power, no traffic.
Jerry, Southwick. On the 2-meter side, battery power, races insert for the town of Southwick, and Skywarn for Western Mass. Good morning, folks.
This is Whiskey 1, Alpha Echo Zulu, net control. I was able to copy November 1, Yankee Foxtrot Golf, Kilo Bravo 1, Whiskey Quebec, Kilo Charlie 1, Victor Whiskey Bravo. Were there any other stations? There was a station trying to reach in. Please call again. Nothing heard. The net wishes to recognize the following stations. November 1, Yankee Foxtrot Golf, Dave from Adams. Kilo Bravo 1, Whiskey, Quebec, Kilo, Laurie in Ellington. Laurie, you came in weak but readable. Kilo Charlie 1, Victor, Whiskey Bravo, Jerry from Southwick. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Echo Zulu, Steve in Springfield. Rooftop antenna, battery power on HT this morning. Good morning, Easy. No traffic. Good morning, all on the net. This is Kilo Bravo 1, November Whiskey, and Gary. Portable power. This is Alpha Alpha 1 Alpha Whiskey, Joe and Ludlow. Commercial power, I'm on the 2-meter side. This is Whiskey Bravo 1, Echo, Mike, Echo, Dylan, portable and Holyoke on battery power. No traffic. Skywarn for Western Mass on 440. Good morning all around.
This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu calling out on Kilo Bravo 1, November Victor Tango. Could you give me your name and location again, please? One more time. This is Net Control, Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu calling Kilo Bravo 1, November Victor Tango. Portable unit. Please call again.
This is the W1TON repeater. EL127.3.
This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu, Net Control. Last station calling, you were breaking the squelch but unreadable. I say again, you were breaking the squelch and unreadable. I'll be moving right along.
This is Kilo Bravo 1, November Whiskey Hotel, Florida.
Kilo Bravo 1, November Whiskey something portable.
Hotel, over.
Roger, KB1, NWH, portable. Could I get your name and your location again, please?
Echo Delta, Agawam, over.
Roger, I copy. KB1, NWH, portable, Echo Delta, Agawam. You're coming in very weak, but I was able to copy you this time. Thank you. And with that, Net Control wishes to recognize the following stations. Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Echo Zulu, Steve in Springfield. Kilo Bravo 1, November Whiskey Hotel, portable, Ed in Agawam. Alpha 1, Alpha Whiskey, Joe in Ludlow, and Whiskey Bravo 1, Echo Mike, Echo Dylan, portable, and Holyoke. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in. Net Control has one announcement. The Mount Tom Amateur Repeater Association repeater system is open to all licensed amateurs to enjoy. Please consider supporting the repeater system by becoming an MTARA member. Your membership is very important. It helps keep this repeater system on the air, not only for normal amateur radio use, but also for reliable communications during emergency situations and severe weather events. Are there any club announcements, upcoming local nets, or any further business for this net before we close?
KC1IK, Club and announcements.
This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu, Net Control, KC1 IKA Smitty. Please go with your announcements.
Thank you, Net Control. I'm going to abbreviate it to just the important stuff. You've heard the rest of the announcements before, and I will go through all of them after the next net. Wanted to announce Skywarn net schedule for today and tomorrow. We're going to start the first net 10 a.m., then we'll have one every other hour. So 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, then 11 o'clock, and then midnight on these repeaters, and Monday morning 6, 8, and 10, plus as needed. So if you have any measure reports, the first net, if you could let us know if it's snowing, we'll be looking for that information in case when I came back to Net Control.
Thank you, KC1IKA Smitty. Are there any questions or comments for KC1IKA Smitty? Please call direct now. Nothing heard. With that, this closes the Pioneer Valley 2-meter section of the Western Mass Emergency Net on the Mount Tom.
Ovino said a gun was
Yeah, hold on, no, let's just try to do it. No traffic.
Without traffic, let us something. Alpha, Delta, hold on.
This is Alpha Alpha 1 Alpha Whiskey, Joe and Ludlow, commercial power, and I'm on the 70 centimeter machine.
This is on the 440. This is Kilo Charlie 1 Alpha Echo Oscar, Rich in Ludlow. Commercial power, or battery power, no traffic, in and out, please.
The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Alpha Alpha 1, Alpha Whiskey Joe in Ludlow. Kilo Charlie 1, Alpha Echo Oscar Rich in Ludlow. Rich, I have you in and out at 0922. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you for checking in. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Echo through hotel. Please call now.
This is Whiskey Bravo 1, Echo Mike Echo, Dylan, Portland, Boulevard, battery power, no traffic, Skywarn for Western Mass, on 440, good morning, all around, yes.
The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Whiskey Bravo 1, Echo, Mike Echo, Dylan, Portable, and Holyoke. Good morning, Dylan, and thank you for checking in again. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, India through Lima. Please call now.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, India Kilo Alpha, submitting in Westfield, battery power on the 440, Western Mass areas of Skywarn, no traffic, morning and easy, morning and
The net wishes to recognize the following stations: Kilo Charlie 1, India, Zulu Charlie, Mike and I1, and Kilo Charlie 1, India, Kilo Alpha, City and Westfield. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you for checking in again. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Mike through Papa, please call now.
This is Kilo Bravo 1, Papa, India. Kenny Chicopee, battery power on the 440, no traffic, good morning again.
I am N10NO, November 1 Oscar, November Oscar, George 60 on the 440 machine with the battery powered HT. Good morning to the net. It started snowing here in the lower part of the city down by the neck.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Victor Romeo, Dave in Southampton on the 440 side, battery power HT, Western Mass areas Skywarn, I hope no traffic, good morning easy, and good morning to the net.
Yes. Kilowatt Bravo 1, November Oscar Hector, 51 NOx, Richard in Bean Hills Road in Westfield. No one real good. Battery power, no traffic, 440 link, morning AC, morning net.
Here is Kilo Bravo 1, November Golf Hotel, Scott, Springfield, running commercial power, 440 side. Good morning, easy. Good morning to the net. It's snowing Pine Point, Springfield.
The net wishes to recognize the following stations: Kilo Bravo 1, Papa, Kilo, India, Ken and Chicopee. November 1, Oscar, November Oscar, George and Chicopee. Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar, Victor, Romeo, Dave in Southampton. Kilo Bravo 1, November, Oscar, X-Ray, Richard in Westfield. And Kilo Bravo 1, November, Golf Hotel, Scott in Springfield. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in.
This is the W1 COM repeater, CL127.3.
Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Quebec through uniform, please call now.
Alpha Alpha 1, Uniform Echo, Gary in Southampton on the 440 side, battery power, no traffic, hello, easy again, and to the net.
This is Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Zulu Yankee, Brian in Springfield. Good morning, easy. Good morning on the net. I'm on the 440 link. I hold no traffic, and it's snowing here in the Hungry Hills section of Springfield. Battery power.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Tango, Quebec, November, Jim, town of Brookfield, Mass. I'm on commercial power on the 440 link, holds no traffic. More to the net.
The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Alpha 1, Uniform Echo, Gary in Southampton. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform, Zulu Yankee, Brian in Springfield. And Kilo Charlie 1, Tango, Quebec, November, Jim in Brookfield. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Victor through Zulu. Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 Yankee, November, Greg in South Hadley, battery power.
Here is November 1, Yankee, Foxtrot, Golf, N1YFG, Dave Adams, Commercial Power. I'm on the 440 side. Good morning, Easy, and good morning to the net.
This is KC1 CWB Mobile, Kilo Charlie 1, Victor Whiskey Bravo, Mobile, Jerry in Southwick, on the 440 side, Mobile. Gracie and Surf for the town of Southwick, and Skywarn for Western Mass. Be careful driving out here, guys. Have a good morning.
The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Kilo Charlie 1, Yankee, November, Greg in South Hadley. November 1, Yankee, Foxtrot, Golf, Dave and Adams. And Kilo Charlie 1, Victor, Whiskey Bravo, Jerry, Mobile in Southwick. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for checking in. And please, drive safe and get home and stay warm. Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
This is KA1 Lima Bravo, all location Springfield on the UHF side, and no traffic, battery operated, and up on 11-4, looking down, there's slow traffic moving, moderate, about it, back
The net wishes to recognize the following stations. Kilo Alpha 1, Lima Bravo, Paul from Springfield. Good morning, Paul. And thank you for taking in and providing that information. Net Control has one announcement. The Mount Tom Amateur Repeater Association repeater system is open to all licensed amateurs to use and enjoy. Please consider supporting the repeater system by becoming an MTARA member. Your membership is very important. It helps keeps this repeater system on the air, not only for normal amateur radio use, but also for reliable communications during emergency situations and severe weather events. Are there any further check-ins for this net? Stations with or without traffic, first letter suffix, Alpha through Zulu, or late official check-ins, please call now. Nothing heard. Are there any club announcements, upcoming local nets, or any further business for this net before we close?
Kilo Charlie 1, India Kilo Alpha Smitty with club and net announcements.
This is Whiskey 1, Alpha Echo Zulu, Net Control in Holyoke, Kilo Charlie 1, India. KC1, IKA Smitty in Westfield. Please go ahead with your announcements.
Thank you, Net Control. Whiskey 1, India. Yeah. We pull up some more coffee. Whiskey 1, Alpha Echo Zulu, Easy in Holyoke. This is Kilo announcements are going to be abbreviated so I can get the subject for this morning. Club meeting, Small Town Amateur AP Association meeting. Next meeting, Friday, February 20th, Castle Knights Memorial Drive in Chicopee, and this will be club elections, very important. If you like the club and want to see how it runs, you got to vote. So show up and be part of the action. And go to the MTRA Facebook page for more information. And the County Radio Association meetings, next meeting is Friday, February 6th at the Holyoke Medical Center Auxiliary Conference Center, featuring Mike Sandman, KC1 IZC, Digify Compact Multi-Mode Station Construction. Meetings are in Zoom and in person. Go to hcra.org for directions on where to go, where to park, where to go in, and any other information you want to find out. Several local temp internets open to all amateur operators, including amateur technician license privileges, starting Monday nights at HCRA Temp Internet, 19 on the local, 28.375 megahertz. Go to www.hcra.org for more information. Wednesday morning, Pioneer Valley Temp Internet, 0900, frequency 28.354 megahertz. Wednesday evening, 4 to 413 Roundtable Temp Meter, 19 on the local, frequency of 28.413 megahertz. Go to their webpage or go to Esquires 413 Facebook page. FCRC, which has Aries nets on Tuesdays, information nets on Thursdays at 2000 local, frequency 146.985 megahertz, negative offset, field tone 136.5. Wednesday night, MTRA Wednesday night nets, November 1, Foxtrot, Delta, Charlie, Phil, and Chickapee's got 3 nets on the Easy Peters, 1930 local MTRA information net, directly after information net, the MTRA swap net, and after the swap net, the D10 Winter Election Emergency Simplex net. For more information on any of those 3 nets, go to mtra.org. And the MTRA Amateur Radio and Electronic Stamp Fest, Saturday, February 28th, the Castle Knights Memorial Drive in Chicopee. For vendors, doors open at 7:30. General admission, doors open at 8:30. Raffle prize is free media exam. Go to MTRA Facebook page for more information.
This is the W1
I gotta add it to the list.
CL127.3.
And now the really important stuff, Skywarn nets, as you all probably know, it's starting to snow. We're supposed to get a lot of snow, could be 14 to 18 inches, 20 inches. Not sure exactly right now. Light fluffy stuff gets piled up higher. We're going to be having Skywarn nets all day and tomorrow morning as well. They start out right after here at 10 a.m. with easy as the net control, and we're going to have them every other hour on the even hours from at 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 p.m. and then midnight. And then tomorrow morning at 6, 8, and 10, plus any more needed every 2-hour schedule. These are going to be primarily on 146.940 and 443.200. We've had issues with the repeater the last couple of days. If 146.940 goes down, if you have capability, switch to 443.200. If that's not working, we're going to go to 147.000, and that's at PL of 127.3 positive offset. So, and then if that doesn't work, we'll try 146.940 simplex. That'll be a lot shorter range. So, primarily 146.940 and 443.200 and 147.000, and that's PL of 127.3 positive offset. And everybody be safe out there. Again, be careful. Most places are closed, and you should probably stay off the streets unless you got an emergency or something real critical you have to get to. Give the plows a chance to clear the road, especially later tonight. Most of it's supposed to be very heavy between 3 and midnight. So that's going to be the worst of it, possibly 1 to 3 inches per hour of snowfall. So stay safe out there. And that's it for the announcements. KC1IK back to the control.
Thank you, KC1IK Smitty. Are there any questions or comments for KC1IK? Please call direct now. Nothing heard. Are there any further check-ins for this net before we close stations with or without traffic? First letter suffix Alpha. Please call now. been heard. With that, this closes the Pioneer Valley 440 section of the Western Mass Emergency Net on the Mount Tom 443.200 megahertz repeater. Hey, report on activities will be passed to the net manager of the Western Mass Emergency Net. The Western Mass Emergency Net thanks the Mount Tom Amateur Repeater Association for the use of this repeater, and we will now secure this net. Our thanks and regards to all stations for checking in, and to the stations that stood by while this net was in progress. This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu signing the W1TON repeater. We now return this repeater back to normal amateur use at 0939 hours local time. Wishing everyone a good day. Be safe. Stay warm. 73. Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu clear.
Nice job, E.T.
This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu. I thank you very much. We try our best here. Everybody be safe. I'm seeing reports of cars going off the road, and the public safety scanner is on an uptick. So I'll be standing by and monitoring this repeater all day. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu clear.
KC1TQN, this is KB2UZY. Nothing heard, KA1LB, this is KB2UZY. All stations heard, this is KB2UZY. Portable. I will be clear listening Mount Tom.
This is the WYCOM repeater. EL12743.
Easy, this is KB2UZY.
UZY, AA1UE. Good morning, Brian. And, how are you? I just want to say hi.
A1UE, this is KB2UZY, portable. Gary, good morning. How you doing there today? How's it up on your way?
Hey, so far so good. A little light snow, but you know, whatever happens, happens. Probably a good day to stay inside and play ham radio. What are you up to? What are you gonna do?
I wish I could say that for myself. I got to be out and about in a little bit there. I should have been out this morning, but waiting till about 11, 12 o'clock to go to the properties I deal with. And I had just, over the week, we had a person that quit on us, and he did all the plowing and all this, preparing the properties and this, that, and this. And we got another person starting today, so I got to do a checkup on that there. But worst case scenario, I'm phoneless. I don't have a cell phone at the moment. My cell phone went down Friday, and I'm using my wife's phone for emergency use. Went into the water. I got it submerged into rice, and I got this. I did everything under the sun to try to get it back up and running. It's since this morning, it's not working. So, what are you gonna do? Tomorrow I'll have me another phone, but I'm cellularless today. Over.
I got an extra cell phone that you could have, so your wife has a cell phone, and then you could, if you need it, one of these crazy cell phone people. Between, I have one for each business, so any of them. If you need one, I got a Motorola Android you could have for the day until you get something.
Thanks a lot there, Gary, for the offer. Yeah, we're kind of squared away. By tomorrow, I should be all set. I'll just use her phone, and all my contacts are on my other phone. So if any hams are trying to reach me over the weekend, there was no response because my phone is down. What a day, huh? Well, it had to happen now while the storm was here. But other than that, there everything seems to be a-okay, Gary. Nothing much here. Just trying to see what's going on, write it out. But I do got to be out in the field.
Yeah, somebody once said, Bob Dylan, one of his songs, we all serve somebody, and so get out, stay safe, watch out for the other guy is really the key, because you get people out there that, in weather like this, they shouldn't be driving in it, but they are. Hey, I'll let you get on with things. I know you were calling another station, but I just wanted to say hi because we hadn't talked for a while. Stay safe, and
I'll talk to you later down the log. KB2UZY, AA1UE.
Thank you, Gary. Have a great day, and say hi to the wife and the birds for me, and we'll be standing by here. I'll be listening in and out of the radio, so that's my only communication at the moment, Gary. Other than my wife's cell phone calling where I have to call to, that's about it. I mean, we got communication going on, but I know a couple of hams were calling me, and they were kind of worried, but, you know, I'm A-okay, who's trying to call, and just had a cell phone communication at the moment. A1UE from KB2UZY. We're going to be clear, going to be getting ready to mobile a little bit. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to go mobile, but hey, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. I'm kind of glad that I spent pretty good money on some Ford tires for all-season tires, so give me a little bit more grip out there. Take care, 73. This is KB2UZY. We're going to be clear monitoring Mount Town.
Free Brian, and JKA1KCW says 73 too. She just smiled and waved when she heard you say hi to the wife. So anyway, 73, and keep smiling, AA1UE clear.
QSL, thanks a lot. Say hi to the fam for me. Take care. KB2UZY, clear.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. It is now 9:58. We're still the same. I know you need to talk about why do you and it's been snowing pretty often. Right. Good evening, I'm James. And this is a special edition of Cornerbiak News before we get to the charts. Reaching your spiritual connection. For those of you on Cornerbiak Quest, let's give you guys an update on the snowfall map. Because it started to snow here in western Massachusetts. Our western Mass Skywarn is about to start for the first time. So it's taking a while. It's been all snowy. The heaviest of the snow currently across portions of Springfield and Palmer. Chicopee is well snowing, and typically Hamilton Ponds. It's been very, very snowy. So, just say we're going to be a network. We'll be back after the Charles of Salvation for a special edition of Quinnipiac News.
Does anyone need to use this repeater? Is there any emergency or priority traffic for this Western Mass Skywarn? Let's begin.
Welcome to a special edition of the show.
Sir, this is with the Skywarn Alpha Echo Zulu. The net will begin at 10:02 hours local time. Good morning. This is Whiskey 1 Alpha Echo Zulu, easy, located in Tokyo. I'll be your next station for this Western Mass Skywarn net. The net is being held on 146.940 Montauk repeater with a PL tone of 127.3 negative offset. If the repeater goes down, please use 443.200 with a PL of 127.3 positive offset. If both repeaters are down, please use 147.00 PL of 127.3 positive offset. If all three are down, then we will go to the 146.940 simplex. All passengers are invited to participate. Stations with emergency or priority traffic may interrupt the net at any time by saying the word break. Net control will take call signs first and then recognize those who have checked in. Then I will ask each station for their report. The National Weather Service out of Austin, Oregon has issued a winter storm warning active until tomorrow at 8:20 hours. That's 08:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Heavy snow is expected. A total snow accumulation between 12 to 20 inches with portions of northern Connecticut, central, eastern, northeastern, southeastern, and western Massachusetts. That's also in northern and southern Rhode Island. This will take effect from
Kilo Charlie 1, Alpha Echo Oscar.
Good morning. It's Sunday, January 25th, 2026, and we are in the middle of our major winter storm. How's it going? Maybe. Looks like the sleet line's down here. So it's definitely not done in Louisville. Maybe 5 inches, 3 inches in Louisville at the most. However, if we've only got like 3 inches of snow on the ground in Louisville right now, by the end of this, it is going to be, we're probably going to be under a foot. Snowing hard here, so that's good news. It's snow right here, so this heavy band of snow is coming up. If you want snow in Louisville, we're on track to get another good thumping of snow here. Get close, but it actually got to Louisville, so that is going to cut down on totals a little bit, just to manage your expectations. But oh man, I don't know. We've got a decent amount of snow here. This is going to be. We're getting down to the wire. Okay, I don't know. I don't think that this is 9 inches, but hey, listen, it's going to be snowing for a while in Louisville. I don't see the sleet line creeping back north any today. So, if we've got 5-6 hours of additional snowfall here, and there's a chance that we squeeze out some good stuff. How much snow do we have in Lexington? I know that the freezing rain has gotten plumb wild over there, but we've likely lost a lot of the accumulation that we originally had. Which this was to be we expected this to a degree. Nashville, yeah, I'm checking back in on you guys. I know it's don't push. Nashville, a lot of people without power. A lot of people with power just a little bit west of Nashville, a little bit more than it is downtown Nashville. That doesn't mean that the cold air won't kind of sneak back in, but for a brief period of time, we do have, we are not having as much problems with new ice in Nashville. Don't get me wrong, though. We do have ongoing icing and power outages problems happening right now in Nashville. A lot of places are right at 32 degrees, which is not great, but what you really don't want is for the surface temperature to be like 28 degrees and it be raining, which is what's happening over here a little bit farther to the west. Oxford, Mississippi is really bad right now. Whenever we get, Rob McVeigh's, he's out here. We've obviously got a bad connection with him. I'm sure the cell tower's down. We're going off a satellite or something, but not cell tower, but the cell service might be spotty, and all that stuff. But look at the trees. If he can get close to some of the trees down here, I think that we will see some pretty significant stuff in Oxford. And this is definitely an area where we've got some power outages. I don't know if we'll get these cameras to work. But yeah, it's not looking good. Oxford, Mississippi, down to Greenwood. This whole area has gotten hit hard last night. Power out. Trees are on fire. Trees snapping over here. The Jackson, Mississippi is in a similar situation as Nashville, where it's starting to just like regular rain, and that's going to keep down the icing. The unfortunate thing is like this corridor right here, where it's currently freezing, raining right now. It's gonna for some time today. So if I'm in Oxford, Mississippi, that's a really bad sign. It's already really bad what's going on down there with the ice. It's going to get worse. Same thing for our
You were just checking, right? This is for Skywarn off Waco Zulu. I've already done the 10 a.m. Western Mass Skywarn there. Let's see.
We've always been obsessed with flavor. Then add the best vanilla.
Let's see here. What's going in
every bite
our camera phone?
iconic. And this. We flavored the world for 135 years, so you can flavor yours. McCormick, make your best.
Tacoma, spelled Gekoa Avenue in Russell. Once you get over to Bridge Street, you're going to take a right onto that street.
Always more to explore. Remember your dreams, your future, your education? Has private student loan debt destroyed those dreams? It doesn't have to. Why refinances distressed or defaulted private student loans that others won't touch? They can save you thousands of dollars, get you a custom payment that you can afford, and they don't care what your credit score is. Don't let private student loan debt ruin your life. Call our refi today. When you love your dog like crazy, you make sure their food is delicious, just like yours. Caesar, love like crazy. In planning the menu for our new restaurant, Bernie's, we put together dishes that were timeless and cozy and reflective of our region. And tell me something that's more timeless than roasted chicken with carrots and potatoes. Super glossy.
Irish 149 Maynard Street, 149 Maynard Street on the 6th for a 9-year-old meal.
I want you to look at all these closings.
Alright guys, we're talking about stuff in the back end here. Yeah, a lot of people are asking me to go to some of these other places. It's going to be tough for me to keep up with everything. I'm sorry. But yes, we do have heavy snow and sleet happening right now in Virginia. There's 130 of y'all inside of this mesoscale discussion where we are discussing the transition from heavy snow to sleet and freezing rain. Another place that's probably got some snow on the ground is Richmond. Yep, 3 or 4 inches in Richmond. Now we're switching over where we've been having sleet for a while, and we're going to continue to have sleet and freezing rain problems for the rest of the day. So get ready in Richmond. There's probably going to be some ice accumulation happening down there soon if we don't already have it. I don't know exactly when the freezing rain transition will happen up here in Washington, D.C., but we're all sleet right now. We are all sleet right now in Washington, D.C., and the roads are terrible.
And Ryan?
This is how you know we've got a big time going on whenever the roads around D.C. look like this at 10 a.m. Let's go back over to Rob McVeigh. I'm trying to get a good handle on this.
St. Michael's Cathedral
Look at the ice on
with
those
a
trees,
live
man. This is
showers
down
of
there in
salvation,
Oxford,
but
Mississippi right
CCD
now.
class is canceled.
Holy smokes! You see all the tree limbs down and stuff. If we get another half-inch of ice on top of what we already got here, this is gonna be bad. Like, I mean, it's already bad, but I can't. Like, you can see just in this one view here, we got a bunch of trees down and stuff. More trees are gonna come down. Here's the thing. Look at how calm the wind looks right now. Look at how calm the wind looks right now. As that front gets closer, and we got an inch to an inch and a half of ice hanging on stuff, we're going to see winds probably gust up past 15, 20, maybe even 25 miles per hour. And just that little bit of wind is going to potentially bring down twice as many trees. It is pretty. It looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It looks cool. But this is going to be bad for this area. This is real now. It's no longer just a conceptual idea. There are going to be people that are without power potentially for more than a week.
I have.
This LG OLED from Best Buy.
Now I have going on the mashed potatoes. You gotta have a creamy, buttery bed for this chicken. I've already boiled my potatoes. This is 2 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes. Yukon Golds are the butteriest, creamiest potatoes. And I've riced them so they're fluffy. And now I'll pour in a full dairy to make them creamy and delicious. I'll add a quarter cup of whole milk.
Here's what it looks like out there in Muskingum County, Ohio. Thank you, Corbin, for sending that in. That's about 5 inches of snow. Here's an update on the KSR Weather Challenge. I tell you what, the Kentucky weathermen are not going to be. We're going to have to hide our faces a little bit. Some of these numbers are really high. Lexington, I don't think that we'll get more than 10 inches of snow in Lexington. There's no chance. I do think that we will be closest to the total snowfall in Lexington. I don't know. I don't think we'll get very close to 7.9 inches in Lexington, though. Louisville, Kentucky, Jim Cantori will probably end up being closest, maybe T.G. Shuck. But there is still hope that in Louisville we get a lot of snow. All right, the hope is not there for Lexington, Kentucky anymore. But Louisville is still game. So there's a chance that we still win this. And once again, if we do win this, we're going to be able to send, $15,000 now to a charity of our choice. We're choosing Team Rubicon, a disaster relief charity out there. So this has been really fun, but the pitchforks are going to be coming out for a lot of people in Kentucky, I believe. Once again, is that warm air on the northwest side of the Appalachian Mountains? We thought that it was under-modeled, and we predicted that it was going to be a little bit wider, and we cut down our totals in Lexington, but we should have doubled down on that. And really
Ryan, I want you to know we're starting to get
the warm air was really going
if I go here, then we're gonna be starting to get a little bit of that foot of snow.
Move out a little bit further west, and that's what happened.
In the area.
I'm actually surprised that we ended up with as little as we did in Lexington, but yeah, that's all part of the game.
I'm keeping an eye on.
We'll do better on the next one. But still, I think the overall forecast was pretty good. We got people prepared for a major ice storm, which is underway. We definitely got disruptive snow up there in Louisville. Once again, it's not done in Louisville. It's not over in Louisville. It's also not done in Lexington. We're going to get a lot more sleet and freezing rain, which will probably cause some problems up there as well. And then on the backside, there will be a couple of inches. So let's say there's 3 inches of snow on the ground right now in Lexington. It's possible that we get 2 more. And so we might end up with 5 inches.
Oh, I'm seeing a live foot. This is actually a live foot from Westfield where it's snowing right now in Westfield.
potentially. So I think that
Mom,
would put us pretty close.
it's snowing in
Coming out on top
Westfield.
there. All right, so yeah, that's what's going on with that. Loudoun County, Virginia. This is what it looks like out there with that
Note that we
Yellow
have
3.0.
so many.
This is from Bronson. Thank you for sending
We only
that
have
in.
so
And
many
this is
reports of
Philadelphia. Look at
school
that. It's coming down good in
closings as
Philly
well.
right now.
Palmer schools are closed as well. Well, and we had.
But better than bouillon magic begins when you scoop a spoonful right up. Chicken noodle and spicy chili stew, butternut squash or ramen.
Right, we have been talking about Winter Storm Benjamin, first alerting you since earlier this week, and it has arrived. Snow is piling up
Fast.
and it's cold.
It's like horrendously cold for anyone who has to like try and keep up with it. I mean, I'll show you how cold it feels.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the sub-zero feel is for real right now out there. So the snow's coming down, it's sticking, it's covering everything. The only thing it's not like sticking to would be like trees and things like that because it's a very dry, fluffy snow. Now you literally could go outside with a leaf blower at this point in time and clear snow off your driveway and things like that. It's just an idea, throwing it out there. With shovel, of course, when you get a lot more of it, that's going to be your method. But the conditions out there matching up exactly with this winter storm warning. We have bands of moderate snow, borderline heavy. These deeper blues, all an indicator of that snow coming down at least probably a half an inch per hour. But we're going to get into a stage later on as we get into the afternoon that rates an inch to 2 inches. And look at this really deep blue shaded zone. This is some heavier snow coming up across Fairfield County. So that means we're first alerting you anywhere from New Haven County into Litchfield County. I mean, this is just going to be the trend. Waves of this heavy snow. There's the scene. So you saw what it looked like on radar. Here's what it looks like in reality, covering everything. That's the live view out of Torrington. We've seen.
Yeah, Jill, thank you. I think a lot of one more time from Westfield. If you live in Westfield, please do not drive. I want you to not drive in this if you have unnecessary travel in Westfield because it's very, very snowing. That is a lot of snow. In the last 24 hours.
Keep us updated on that for sure.
So,
New Jersey. How many people are watching in Central New Jersey? North Carolina. North Carolina is the Clarksville, Tennessee of states. North Carolina. Listen, we're going to get to North Carolina, I promise. We got a lot of places to cover here. Once again, y'all, if you want to send stuff in, ryanhallyall.com/submit. Let's go to North Carolina. I do want to make sure that we talk about all of our friends over here. Let's see here. We currently have some mixed precipitation falling in Raleigh, Winston-Salem. It looks like things might be somewhat quiet right now in Charlotte. The radar coverage down here is visible. You guys know this. It's hard to tell what's going on by radar. But according to your reports, it does look like we've got about an inch of sleet here. Very little frozen on trees.
I would like, Ryan, here's the expected snowfall here in the Springfield area. Not good at all. 12 to, we're at that 12 to 18, maybe even 18 to 24 inch range. I think Springfield. If we get enough snow, we may get like a foot and a half of snow. We've never had a foot and a half since 2013.
Around Charlotte, we're doing all right. This is what it looks like just to the south of Charlotte. You can see
maybe even 2017.
Wintry precipitation on the side of the roads.
So 2017 was the last time we had a foot and a half of snow, and that was actually the second highest.
It's good that we don't have that yet. Let's check out what's going on over here in Georgia, because what's building up back here is going to fill in and move towards Charlotte. Let's see how impactful this is. Let's check out some cameras down here near Greenville. We definitely got some heavier frozen precipitation falling in Greenville right now. I'm not seeing much trees. Not a lot of ice over here near easily. That's good. That's good. Okay, this camera's definitely iced over, so it's definitely, we've got some ice, but it doesn't look like it's sticking to the trees yet. Not terribly anyway.
Hold on.
So it's definitely, we've got some sleet, we've got some freezing rain out here, but it's not as bad as what we're seeing back in Tennessee and Mississippi just yet.
Mohawk
It's
Trail
also
closed.
So we've got some precipitation over here near Atlanta. So here's the thing, guys. I think that we have a lot less precipitation here than what we originally thought we would have. Around this time, according to all of the convection allowing models yesterday, at 11 a.m., we were supposed to have more widespread freezing rain down here. The fact that it's mostly quiet in Charlotte, is it even raining at all in Greenwood right now? Minimal ice over here, approximately 1 inch of snow. So happy to still have power, 1/8 of an inch of sleet overnight. Okay, so this is what's going on down here. We are going to keep watching this. What I want everybody to understand is the same thing as yesterday. This is not over. We've got a lot of hours to go. So what we're going to be watching for down here in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina is the development of new, not convective, but like new rain showers that freeze. Anything that pops up over the next 3 or 4 hours is going to fall as freezing rain. Then the cold front is going to start moving east, and later this evening we're going to have a squall line go through Atlanta. We might have damaging winds in Atlanta, and whenever that comes through, it'll probably be all rain in Atlanta. But once it gets over that cold air damming that's really locked in place, North Carolina, that we're going to have some really heavy freezing rain with some strong winds, and that might cause some problems. If we can go from now all the way until then without having a significant increase in freezing rain showers, I think we're going to be all right. Honestly, I think we've dodged a big bullet in the Piedmont region and into the southeastern Appalachian Mountains. But don't let your guard down just yet. We have several hours to go. All right. What we're looking at here in Mississippi is what is still potentially possible over there, but we're going to hope that this is not what's going to happen. Okay. So what we're looking at here is in Oxford, Mississippi, where we do have at least 3/4 of an inch of ice, maybe even a little bit more than that, and more on the way. By the way, we've got a terrible ice storm occurring right now in Mississippi. Y'allbot's calling me. Hello, Y'allbot. What's up? Go ahead, Y'allbot.
Plus, we've got a confirmed LSR out of Belzoni, Mississippi. Extensive damage to trees and power lines from heavy ice. And out of West Monroe, Louisiana, we've got a verified half-inch ice accretion report. Next up, the chat's blowing up about North Carolina. Folks there are begging for an ice update. So we've got a lot going on.
All right, thank you, Y'allbot. We got an incident out here near Washington, D.C. with a car off the road. Looks like they're getting towed off. Sam, Jared, what network are they from? Ryan, Y'allbot kept saying you were live pretty much the entire night. Yeah. Y'allbot thinks I'm live as long as the weather intensity score is over the threshold. Okay, Jared, suggest that for me. But as long as that's still happening. Oh, my bad. My bad, Jared. We've got another attempt here. Oh, did we already stop? He's pulling away now? Okay. What happened there? That was a major breakdown in communication. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is we've got a big time situation over here in Mississippi and in Tennessee, and I'm hoping for the best for our friends between Atlanta and Charlotte. Sorry guys, I got 18 million things. beeping and
Let me tell,
moving in front
Mom.
of me. And I've been
We
doing this
got
for
the
the past
first
3
chickadee walk that is
days.
for
I
a school
think
that
I'm
is
starting to
closed
lose it.
Tuesday. And that is the Central After School Closure. Okay?
Man, Rob McBain, I'm telling y'all, this is my favorite storm chaser. Look at the Storm Reaper, son. This is the guy that is going to chase the ice storm. The guy in the Storm Reaper. My goodness. Oh no, yeah, that's bad. This is one of the places where it's very likely that we're going to be without power for a long time. He's in Oxford, Mississippi.
Lion, note in Connecticut, you may also get power outages, but it's more west than we would have supposed to. That's according to he's a
Here's another camera in Jackson, Tennessee.
Westover.
You can see the ice on the trees out here too. It's not quite as bad as what's going on down there in Mississippi, but once again, this is one of those areas where we're going to have a lot more ice coming. And look at the power lines down here in the foreground. You can see the ice hanging off of them. So if we get another half-inch of ice here, it's going to look just like what we've got down there in Oxford. It looks like, according to radar, it looks like we've switched over to mostly sleet in this area. Can anybody confirm that, or is it still raining?
So we got two different types of Hoyo credit union.
How much more for our area? We've got a lot more rain, a lot more precipitation.
And let me show you that. So here is the first one. Or the Hoyo credit union is actually in the envelope. Return service requested. And here's the second one with the Hoyo Credit Union. And it does say Hartford, Connecticut. Well, it's actually Holyoke, Massachusetts. That's weird. And I should have not looked at other people's family stuff. And yes, go on Yellow Jackets. I would never give up the weather, Christmas Jackets, because although it has been weathery pretty much. Pixelweed are not playing today. They were originally going to. They were originally gonna go to Merle Fay Arena in New Hampshire. I want to see Merle Fay Arena, right? So badly. I've never visited Merle Fay ever, right? But we're not going today, right? Like I can't. Not only we didn't feel like it, and then it was later got canceled. My decision actually worked because we stayed home today. All unnecessary travel is not discouraged.
Just like that.
There is no place that is really going to be like a blizzard, except for maybe the snow that happens up near Boston. It might have intermittent blizzard.
And also it gets New England rolls.
It's mostly just going to be heavy snow. It's not going to be a lot of wind. But everything else, this storm's got it.
We're actually doing a full.
Check this out. This is from
Celebrate the golden season. Hope you relax.
We got some. We are taking a look at Southern York.
We'll stuff ourselves silly with like hearty, sausage, squash, and tart soup.
Are you able to head over to 8 Wolby Drive, apartment 42, for a party with mystical breathing?
sometime display it on the Yola channel.
Crispy, spicy broccoli with tangy yogurt that takes these veggies to level 10.
Wolby Drive, apartment 42.
And for dessert, everyone gets their own decadent sweet potato mini
By the way,
cream cheese
Here's
frosting.
another adorable.
So if school is closing at noon time, that is it. Just into the.
It's snowing hard out here. Already 5 or 6 inches of snow out there. Thank you so much for sending that in. There we go. That's what we like to see in Crawford, Illinois. 10 to 11 inches of snow. Yeah, I think it's fixed.
We would like you to put up a yardstick right now to see how much snow you're gonna get. And if you get it in, well, and it may have snowed already another couple of inches. So we're expecting over a foot of snow over the next couple of hours.
To get started, I've got a couple of sweet potatoes here that I've just roasted until they're tender. So I'm scraping off the flesh.
Normally, this is interesting. Normally the Palmer Public Library is opening at
It's not
noon.
confirmed officially yet, but it aligns with all that
Today,
infrastructure
Palmer
stress
Public
we've been
Schools is
seeing.
closed. Palmer Public Library is closed.
What was the first thing you said?
Sure thing. The first big update, the SPC just issued mesoscale discussion number 0057. They're saying a tornado watch is likely, 80% probability, for southern Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, and southwest Georgia. They've got a QLCS getting organized with embedded supercells. That's the warm sector pivot we've been watching for.
All right, thank you.
Buttermilk has done its job of cooling down the sweet potato, so now it is safe to add a couple of eggs.
So somebody said that there was a 911 outage in Nashville. Can anybody confirm that? 9.5 inches of snow up here in Beaver, Pennsylvania. 10 inches in Karnes City, Pennsylvania. We're not done up here either.
So you don't see that every day. Plumtree Church
inches of
and the Pulaski Club of East Hampton. That's new.
In Little Yazoo, Mississippi. Up here in Zanesville, Ohio, we've got 9 inches of snow on the ground. Once again, we had that crazy 1 inch of ice report from.
And now we know the St.
Fort,
Citrus School in
1
Chicopee
inch
is closed.
also in Belzoni, Mississippi. Heavy ice accumulation in the trees and on
Valley
the
Springs Behavioral Health Hospital in both
Already
Franklin
reported
and
in
Hamden
this
County.
area. We've got more freezing rain on the way. This is what it looks like out there in Mississippi, y'all. Lots of ice reports coming in all over the place.
But where are you getting them?
Quarter inch in Jackson, Tennessee. Once again, is this sleet or freezing rain? No power here at the Cleveland House. Can we tell from this? I think I see sleet. And that's what we want. We want more sleet than freezing rain. Lots of sagging trees here in Henderson. 4,000 without power in Chester County, Tennessee. Limbs and trees down.
I should have put it as open at noon instead of closed tomorrow. But they have to make that decision.
It does look like it's freezing rain though down here in Savannah. Like I said, it's bad here. Power's out everywhere. Power lines are snapped. Water still falling from the sky. Trees falling and no power in Selma.
And if you'd like to take a look at this,
that without power and large trees are falling everywhere. So this is a disaster right now in this area.
Look at all this. This is actually a plow. Do you see that plow right there? Obviously, do not crop the plow. It is very, very dangerous to crop the plow.
We've got a disaster on our hands. Tupelo, how are we doing in Tupelo? Bad in Tupelo, I think a lot of the worst of it's happening to the west of Tupelo.
And obviously, when you get a lot of snow.
Did we just switch over to sleet in Oxford? That would be a best case scenario. Trees falling all night.
So,
let's check
this
in
is
on
starting
power
to get to
outages
that
again.
time frame where we can see 1 to 2 inches per hour.
855,000 people are without power right now. Let's go straight to Tennessee.
Tennessee, we got a power outage.
287,000 customers are without power. When I say people, it's kind of misleading. It's actually customers that are without power. So there's a lot more than 177,000 people without power in Davidson. That there's, assuming there's 2 or 3 person per household. You know what I mean? So we've got a lot of people without power in Middle Tennessee right now, and that number's probably going to go up. The number's probably going to go up. Back over here to Mississippi, we're up to 140,000 without power. 89% of the county up there in Benton County is without power. 75% in Lafayette County. 60% in Carroll County. So, power outages are definitely spreading. as we are approaching 900,000 customers without power right now.
No, do not go yet.
All right, let's go check in on some of our shared locations. 14 degrees up here west of Pittsburgh. By the way, y'all, if you want to put your dot on my map, if you want to share your location, you can do that in the WeatherWise app. Just download the free app and share your location. If you want to attach a message, that is part of the Plus plan, but you can put your dot on the map for free. And you can also send in a picture or video report for
If you
free
go to where it
Twitter,
says
or RyanHollyall.com/submit. All right, let's go through and check out some of the hot spots. Where's everybody watching from?
going to the
Most of
power.
our pings are coming from Ohio right now. We've got 178 pings from Ohio, 177 in Tennessee, 134 in North Carolina, and 126 in Pennsylvania.
All right, looks like
and
middle six.
119 in Kentucky. So let's go through all those places. Let's start in Ohio, where we do have a mesoscale discussion for the next 2 hours.
Right now,
for
middle
heavy
six
snow.
has
10.4
5,000
million people are inside of this, and it just means that at least for the next 2 hours, we expect heavy snow to continue in this area. So get ready for that. If the snow is not going to stop anytime soon. In fact, it's about to get much heavier in Cincinnati. Get ready in Cincinnati for some heavy snow. Columbus, Ohio, about 10 inches of snow already. You guys are. I mean, you're going to get a lot more than that. How much do we got in Indianapolis? Indianapolis, it might start winding down here soon. So
right now, Hudson White has 14%
what's our total in
without
Indianapolis?
power. Average source has
Why are there no reports around
1.33%
Indianapolis?
of
What in the
people
world? Narrator
from
voice.
the,
It turns out they were cooked.
of Massachusetts.
You're not cooked.
Most of
more
it was in
inches?
Middlesex County. That's some good news.
7 inches, about six or 7 inches so
I
far
want
in
to look down
Indianapolis.
Connecticut.
I think that low end
Only
we get
10,
2 more
and
inches.
all of them
High
are.
end we could get up to 4 more
And
inches. It just depends on
there
how
are
much this stuff back here
there
consolidates.
are 8 from Fairfield and 1 each in. I'm not sure what counties they were. So there was 8 in Fairfield,
like
1 in Litchfield, and 1 in New London.
Yeah, the heaviest snow.
I'm not sure what happened
right
to
now is
Haven too.
Right in here.
7 people from Eversource are without power.
Cincinnati,
and
yeah,
1
you got
person
another
from South
heavier
Norwalk.
band of snow moving in right now. Only 5 or 6 inches south of Cincinnati. 6 inches south of Cincinnati.
So Eversource has 7 people without power.
How are we doing in Louisville?
And South
Please
Norwalk
tell me
Electric
it's all
Works
snow in Louisville right
has
now.
0.01
Heavy snowfall. Let's go.
without
Let's
power.
go. Sleet? No.
So
no,
obviously,
not
if you
sleet.
live in Middlesex County,
Blizzard snow, that's
Massachusetts,
what we like
or
to see.
Fairfield County, Connecticut,
We had
please
some
don't you
sleet
may
and
be
freezing rain
without
earlier.
power.
Now we're all snow. As I think we're locking it in. I think we're going to get at least 5 or 6 more inches in Louisville.
Let me get my power outage map updated. I'll be right
Can we
back.
get 10 inches of snow in Louisville? I think we're going to come close to taking home the W. Williamson County Emergency Management says cell service disruptions may occur during the storm due to ice, power outages, or high call volume. AT&T have been notified. This is in Williamson County, Tennessee. 911 center is potentially having intermittent issues. Possible outages, not guaranteed, I guess. We got reports of a tractor trailer stuck in snow on I-287 North. Tractor trailer stuck in the snow out here on I-287 North. We also got a report of trees falling into a house and onto power lines out here in Charleston, West Virginia.
Hey, 51 Carroll, 851 Carroll Road, across your Oakley Road. A tree fell into the house, extended damage. There's no one inside. There's also on power lines.
Lots of power lines down, reports coming in from Charleston. Stranded motorists back here north and west of St. Louis. Vehicle stuck requiring a tow truck assistant in Mount Olive, New Jersey. Property damage from snowplow ice accumulation. I mean, there's a lot of incidents right now. All over the place. Box trailer on shoulder obstructing snow clearing operations in St. Francis County in Missouri. All right, let's go back through our reports. We've got a new report of close to a half inch of ice in Kings, Mississippi. We've got remarks of trees and lines down. Go back up to Pennsylvania, where we just got a report of 8 inches of snow up here south and east of Youngstown, with snow still falling. In Bumpus Mills, Tennessee, we've got 0.34 inches of freezing rain. That means we've got about that much in Clarksville. Are you guys all right in Clarksville? Do we have power in Clarksville? Any more? Yes, more ice is coming to Clarksville, unfortunately. It's not done there. Freezing rain, slick roads, stay home. Freezing rain and sleet. Sounds like it's not as bad in Clarksville right now, but it's it could get worse. Yeah, you can see it's sticking to the trees back there. Yeah, you've definitely got more freezing rain on the way, 100%. Check in on Rob. Holy smokes, y'all. This is bad down here in Oxford, Mississippi. Oh my gosh. It looks like there is that sleet that's falling right now, though. Oh my God. I hear electric. I'm trying to clear the Starlink right quick, guys.
I'll bake these now at 500 degrees for about 6 minutes until the honey and golden spot is on them. Y'all, these look awesome. They would be delicious as is, but if I'm already ready, I'll put them with some melted butter, with some olive oil, garlic, and custard pepper.
Oh my God.
I'll load these up. Go to town with that Parmesan. This is the ultimate carb fest.
Okay, Frank, it should be good to change it back and it won't go again.
Which is a Middle Eastern spice blend. It's got thyme, sumac.
Yeah, this is bad. The thing that we've got to hope for our friends in Oxford, Mississippi, is that this is going to go. This is going to stay sleet for the remainder of the event. If we get more rain, it's going to get really bad here. This is what, if I'm not mistaken, I think that this is less than an inch of ice.
Can't get the trunk open.
Or it's right at an inch of ice.
Trees are falling all around us.
So this is not even as bad as it could be.
I'm gonna try to get this one out of the road.
Go check in on Mr. Kopic. Up here, this is what the roads look like out there in Montgomery County, Ohio. Looks like most of everybody is staying off the roads. So he's not having to pull too many people out of the ditch today, but it's coming. If you're just now tuning in, I need everybody in Tennessee and Mississippi to listen closely. The chat is currently flooded with reports of trees snapping like artillery fire, continuous explosions in Nashville and Tupelo. That's the sound of the power grid literally falling apart under an inch of ice. We've got some potential 911 outages in East Nashville. We have nearly 300,000 customers in the dark in Tennessee right now. If you hear that shotgun crack outside your window, don't go look. Get away from the windows immediately. A 500-pound ice-laden branch could go through your window. Don't be around window. Treat it as if this is a severe thunderstorm with strong winds. You want to get away from windows. This is not just a travel inconvenience anymore. This is a structural failure event. But once again, you want to, if you're in one of these areas where you hear trees snapping and stuff like that, it's not going to stop anytime soon. It could get worse. So you literally treat it as if it's a severe thunderstorm or a tornado warning, and you get away from windows. Just got another 0.3-inch report down here in Carrollton, Mississippi. Still snowing in Pennsylvania, 8 inches. All right, let's take a look at some of these submissions. We do have 3 inches of snow in Breckenridge County, Kentucky. Thank you so much for sending that in, Lucy. This is great. Jared, if you've got time, if you can find time, approve some of these for socials if they're not already. Some of them should all automatically get it, but here's a look at some of the ice down there in Smyrna, Tennessee. This is from Shane. This is up there in Chillicothe Park, 4 or 5 inches so far. There we go. This is lots of drifting in Madison County, Illinois. Like about 5 or 6 inches here, close to 10 here. Thanks for sending that in. The Yalometer makes it so easy to read. So much better than the ruler. 5 or 6 inches up there in Putnam County, New York. More's on the way. More's also on the way in Holmes County, Ohio. Thanks for sending this in. 8 inches of steady snow up there, Ted. Thank you. Patrick sent this in from Worcester County, Massachusetts. It's just getting started. Get ready. You guys are going to get absolutely thumped. Nice. Nice table cake. Once again, like I said, about 8 inches. About 8 inches is perfect. 8.25 inches on the table. This is a table cake right here. Trees down everywhere. This is in Savannah, Hardin County, Tennessee. Oh my gosh. Not good.
And this soup is one of those. I am making a sausage / bean and chard soup, which is so comforting and
not good.
It is sure to satisfy all the farmers and their spouses to the core.
Once again, we're looking at all this snow and ice and stuff, but I know we got people tuning in down there from the Florida Panhandle, portions of Alabama and Southwest Georgia. There is an 80% chance of a tornado watch being issued shortly for that area. We're tracking a squall line entering that region that's tapping into warm, unstable Gulf air. And the system has the energy to produce damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour and tornadoes. So while Nashville deals with ice, Places like Mobile, Pensacola, and Dothan, or Dothan, is it Dothan or Dothan? Are facing potentially convective threats that will include damaging winds and tornadoes. If you know somebody in that corridor, wake them up. The weather is about to turn very fast. Don't let the winter news distract you from the severe storms that are about to happen today.
I'm ready my veggies. I have taco, onion, celery, and butternut squash.
Dothan, okay. Still sleeting, about 2.5 inches of sleet and snow in Stokesdale, North Carolina. I really hope it stays sleet in North Carolina. We don't want what's happening in Mississippi and Tennessee right now to happen in North Carolina, because it would be worse. I've explained it a million times, but if we get that much ice in the Piedmont area, it's going to be a whole nother problem. But so far, it's looking like the main dominant precipitation mode has been sleet. Here's some of that ice in Nicholas County, West Virginia. 5 or 6 inches in Brown County, Ohio. Thank you, Angela.
Oh, 220.
Big time snow out there in in Clark County, Ohio. What's he saying?
Merry Christmas! It's just into the newsroom.
He's getting to use that snow blower. Whoa. This is in Illinois. Plum covered.
Winex is closed. So we're now at the 2:30 hour. Sorry for being all over the place. But hey there, guys. What's up? It's James Branch here. At 11:23. We've been on the air for like a while. And it hasn't been a whole storm while.
Imagine if we added another quarter inch of ice to that. That's what could be coming. 10 inches of snow in Mitchell, Indiana. Freezing rain in Clarksville, Tennessee. More is on the way. Yes, absolutely, more is on the way. But man, I know it's so terrible, it's so dangerous, and it's damaging, but ice storms are probably one of the coolest things in the world. Like, it's like, as far as weather phenomenon goes, like, it's crazy that this can even happen, and the way that it looks is like magical. This is, oh my gosh. Holy smokes. Does this have audio?
Benjamin is officially here. Yes, that is hard.
This is a video we're being sent right now from Hohenwald, Tennessee. I'm going to keep that one. Was Fast Track still not working? Fast Track should work with, I just pushed something this morning. Try uploading a larger file and just, if you haven't already, just see what happens.
Welcome back, everyone. 10:18. We continue.
Where did this come from? Yeah, this is real, guys. This is not a fake video. This is real. It's low quality because we had to cut down the quality to get it to upload on our back end. Topeka, Shawnee County, Kansas. Thank you, Jason, for sending that in. We got about 10 y'alls in Glassport, Pennsylvania. 7 or 8 inches up there in Vandalia County, Ohio. Thank you for sending that in. The y'all-o-meter's looking great out there, y'all. I wish that we were just tracking the snow. This would be so much fun. Unfortunately, it's there's going to be a somber tone because we're probably going to hear some pretty bad stuff out of Mississippi and Tennessee as a result of the ice storm that's going on down there. We are able to bask in the beauty of this, though, which is unbelievable. Oh, you should. I know you went with the mini because you thought you would never need it. You might need it. Like, you might get buried. Your mini altimeter might get buried up there in Miami County, Ohio. This is from Jennifer. Thank you for sending this in, Jennifer. Guys, if you want to send stuff in, send it in over there on RyanHallYall.com/submit. There we go. It's working now. Yeah, there we go. This is from yesterday. I don't know why there's two. Did you upload two, or is this a bug on my end? Okay, all right. Anyways, this is yesterday in Memphis by skiing. Another table cake out there in Jefferson County, Missouri. All right, guys, RyanHallYall.com/submit if you want to send stuff in. I've got to check in on some more reports. We just crossed over 10 inches of snow here in Pittsburgh. Much more snow on the way. 10 inches back there in Salem, Ohio. 12 inches of snow in Enon, Ohio. 12 inches in Springfield, Ohio. Wow, we are going to get, we might break some records up here. If this keeps going, we might, at least in some areas, we might, on a 24-hour or 12-hour total snow. We need to look into that.
I've got my boiler going on high, and I'll stick it into the boiler just for a few minutes until it gets super pressure. Now, in the short amount of time that we're properly supposed to go, and then I look up there, it blew off.
Another ice report from Jackson. All right, how are we doing? We've got 2,000 of you guys checking in. A lot of people are checking in from Tennessee. Our top place is still Ohio. Right after that is Tennessee. So we're going to do a deep dive on Tennessee here, where it does look like we've got the freezing rain maybe coming back in. Let's play this. The radar's not perfect at depicting where things are happening, but an unfortunate trend is happening where you can see that the freezing rain line is definitely moving back this way. So we've got the cool air at the surface trying to sneak back in to Nashville. So if it gets down to 31 degrees in Nashville and it's still raining, then we're going to have a lot of new problems starting to develop. If we stay at 32 or 33, it's not going to be that bad. But it looks like the colder air is trying to sneak back in to Nashville. 31 degrees with rain. Not good. Oh man, yeah, the trees already look... this looks very similar to what we're seeing in Tennessee. Look at this. The trees are weighed down terribly. I'm surprised we got power for these cameras, to be honest.
The broccoli is my favorite. It's so good. This is my ode to pretty justice. They're so pretty. Should we pack your leftovers up for the stuff?
This is what it looks like out there in Nashville right now.
The harvest. I'm hosting dim sum story time on the Fox. So we're ready for the book. Everyone knows my puppy, fluffing, ginger chicken stallion themed running. Main character energy, for sure. Shrimp fun rolls. Big chewy bites of stuffed rice pancakes.
Yeah, there's a debate in the chat right now about our video of the Transformers exploding being AI. Well, here's the thing. Let's say that it is. Let's say it's such a good AI that it even has fooled us. It doesn't matter. That is definitely happening in like all over the place right now. What was depicted in that video. gosh, I hate this, man. This is going to be a thing forever now, ain't it? We're going to be live on the air, and we're going to have a tornado. People are going to be like, that's AI. Oh, man, how are we going to navigate this? Oh, no. That's AI, man. We're going to do everything that we can to filter out not real stuff, okay? Find somebody that you trust and assume what they're showing you is real. Now, if you see something floating around on Facebook, there's a chance that like some of that's AI, 100%. But what we're showing you here, like we're gonna verify it. I'm not saying that in the future when it's so good nobody can tell the difference like that we won't make a mistake, but we're working on this. Our job is to make you not have to worry about whether or not it's AI.
Second thing that makes it great space is allowing the batter to rest. So let this rest in the fridge for a few hours, let the gluten can relax, and you can taste to reach max tenderness.
This is up here in Oxford, Mississippi once again. Yeah, that specific video was not AI.
Actually, this is a really good process. And a good confidence booster because you can see yourself getting better at baking crepes as the 20 years that will go on.
Do not be distracted by the fake versus real debate. The sound of fuses blowing and trees snapping under an inch of ice is rattling off like artillery fire around Nashville right now. That's real. That's real.
This song is a meal that's filled with tiny sweet foods, lots of dumplings, lots of steamed buns. It's a traditional Chinese meal. You typically have it for brunch, and you always have to have tea with it all the time because you'll have tea and cake board. Just like a little tea party. Okay.
Yeah, just another reminder, we do have an 80% chance of a tornado watch being issued shortly for southern Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. So we're waiting on that as well.
Bake cake. I once made bake cake in a hotel room for my friend's birthday, where I didn't have an oven, but I just had a stove.
Let's go check in on B-Dean Berries out here in Butler, Pennsylvania. We got a good amount of snow coming down. 16 years since this much snow, and it's not even close to being done. It's not even close. You guys are literally getting buried in snow. This is going to be a very memorable storm for the whole corridor between Pittsburgh, Columbus, Dayton, back to Indianapolis. Hopefully we can include you in Louisville with that. It's snowing right now. It's still snowing in Louisville, right? Yeah, it's all snow. Okay, let's go. Once again, there's a chance some of the snow might make it back into Lexington. We're looking for a couple more inches in Lexington as well. Hey Ryan, this snow is plumb crazy. I agree. This is actually a plumb wild. Plumb wild. And once again, I gotta say it. I've got to say it. The insanity of the whole weather industry, the whole weather infrastructure that we have, to where we saw this coming 6 days ago, and here we are. It's crazy. Like, it's unbelievable that we're able to predict the future. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love weather. That's why I think that all this stuff is so fascinating. None of these clouds existed just a couple, like just 36 hours ago. And we were able to, with some accuracy, tell that all of this was going to happen several days in the future. Obviously, there are shifts in the models and stuff, but unbelievable science that we are unfolding for us. Looks like these guys are going to try to get this this tree out of the way here, and then Rob's going to get back on his way.
Soup kitchen.
Let's go back up to the reports. We've got a ½ inch of ice reported in Nashville, and every frame, the freezing line goes back over downtown. If we are at 31 degrees right now in Nashville, it's possible that we go all the way down to 29, and we're going to have rain potentially for the next hour.
Where's
Which
Cairo
could
now?
add another tenth of an inch of ice, maybe even a quarter of an inch of ice on top of what we already got. 10.1 inches of snow in Pittsburgh, 10 inches up there in Nixon, 0.1 inch of ice down here near Morgantown. So we've got some icing going on down here in the Morgantown, West Virginia area. 9.5 inches of snow in Louisville, Illinois.
So good. This could be a standalone dessert all by itself. And this is just going to get better between the layers of butter.
And once again, 12 over here between Springfield and Dayton. Let's check back in on Storm Chaser Brandon Kopic. Is he having to pull somebody out of the snow? All right, let's go back to submissions. Holy smokes, this is from James Pettis. James Pettis is bringing us a shot of how bad the ice is near Nashville. This is a picture from near Nashville here. Oh my gosh. This is in Richmond, Kentucky.
We've already on the
Ice is getting
library. Now we've added yet another one.
Trees and limbs are crashing down right now.
East Hampton Senior Center is now closed. Oh no. Yeah, no. Okay. We got. The Harbor still at 214 closings.
We're going to be here all day.
Hold on a second. Governor Kathy Hochul of New York.
Consider sharing this on Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. It would be helpful to,
As I'm having a press conference right now, but I'm not reaching out.
So I'm sure there's
want to see any
pilots
pilots.
as we relay information.
Tell me I'm on a channel. Right now, if you're with anywhere from, let's say, oh look at this. I told you not. There's a flood advisory.
Alright.
Oh, if I.
Alright, so we are in the middle of a pretty bad ice storm here. We've got power lines, pop.
Alright, it's a shit. In heavy terrain, there are hundreds of worldwide crossings which are potentially dangerous in heavy rain. Do not attempt to cross for the road. Find an alternative route. Just like you do not want to be in a blizzard condition. And we're gonna get near blizzard conditions in western Massachusetts, and blizzard conditions in Alaska. We're back in a moment. I'm trying to get another update to the quality list.
For the fluffiest, cutest storytime dim sum dish, I am making my ginger chicken scallion steamed buns. They are pillows of puffy, soft dough wrapped around a juicy, salty, savory chicken filling. They are a fairy tale of a bite. I'll start with my filling. I've got a pound of ground chicken here. I'll season with a teaspoon of salt. Got a bunch of finely chopped scallions here that contribute their delicate, fresh flavor and also look really pretty speckled throughout. Grate in loads of fresh ginger. Ginger and scallions together are the tastiest combination, especially with meat. This filling is sort of like a meatball, which is perfect for the girls because meatballs are their favorite food. I'll also zest in a lime. I love the bright acidity that this
With a filling like this that's very deep within puffy dough, you want to make it extra flavorful so that it's not dampened by all of the dough that's surrounding it. An egg will help bind it all together. A half a cup of breadcrumbs will give this a nice soft texture. Without it, the filling tastes a little bit too grainy and sandy. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. A tablespoon of rice vinegar with delicious acidity, balances out all the flavors, and then a couple of teaspoons of toasted sesame oil for those dark, nutty notes, and some black pepper. It smells so good. The rice vinegar and the scallions, it's just getting all of it to my nose right now. But I'll mix this on up. Steam buns are the most iconic of the dim sum dishes, at least in my mind they are. I would look for them first thing as soon as we sat down at the dim sum table. Typically when you go out, they're filled with barbecue pork, but at home we always had them chicken since we didn't eat a ton of pork, and we usually made them, but then at one point our local grocery store started selling these really good chicken steamed buns, and we would get them all the time until they stopped making them. It was so sad. So this is a recreation of those. This is combined. I'll get my dough. I'm using my go-to puffy bun dough here. It's super straightforward to make. I just combine all-purpose and cake flour with sugar, yeast, baking powder, and salt. Then pour in a combination of water and oil. Mix to form a dough. Knead for 7 to 10 minutes until it's smooth and slightly sticky. Let it double, then ball it up. If you don't have cake flour, you can sub more all-purpose, but cake flour makes it extra fluffy. Alright, I've divided this into 12 pieces. I'll keep them covered when I'm not working with them. Just roll it out into a big circle, about 4 to 5 inches. Add a pile of meat to the center, and then gather up the edges and pinch them super well to seal. Just like that. So cute and puffy. I'll stick it into my bamboo steamer here on its own little parchment square. Keep on shaping and then allow these to cook for 30 minutes. I'm ready to steam. I'll nestle this over a pan of boiling water and allow these to cook for about 20 minutes until they're cooked through and light and puffy like a down blanket. Steam buns like to be woken up gradually.
Close in 2025. Never. And they're closed now. We got 2 health hospitals in the area.
Fleet, back on it. So we're already flipped over to Sleet in Philadelphia, unfortunately. We did get about 5 inches of snow, it looks like. Anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of snow before the sleet started. Now the sleet's going to start eating in on those totals. It's going to cut down on the totals a lot in Philadelphia. I'm not saying that it's not going to snow again. We will switch back over to snow at some point, but that's going to take out our chances of getting over a foot in Philadelphia have went down significantly.
It's our 100th ugly house.
I mean, this is now like the biggest day I've ever had since starting these severe weather videos. Because we have to make this into 3 parts because obviously this is not going to go into a whole video kind of stuff because I obviously want to limit the video quality as well as I can. So this is going to be probably a 5-hour video consisting of what is happening with Winterstone Benjamin, and then obviously I'll start part 3 later on in the day. And obviously we will update you on the Patriots against the Broncos. Let's go Patriots, and also let's go Broncos. I actually think both teams should win. I don't care if one team wins. Okay? If the Patriots win, I'm rooting for the Patriots in the Super Bowl. If the Broncos win, then I'm rooting for the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Okay?
You'll be monitored for a decrease in certain antibodies and liver function, as it may cause liver damage.
Right now, there's a water, there's a water snow.
Ask your doctor about placenta.
I mean, it's now 11 a.m. Huh? Okay. It looks like, Ryan Hall, y'all, has the camera from Westfield, which I have as well.
Around an inch or so here in western Massachusetts. The National Weather Service has us getting 20 inches over here. Lock it in. Lock it in. I think 20 inches is easy. I think that's money. I think you got it.
Yeah, definitely, Ryan. Obviously, if you get 20 inches of snow.
So, yeah, you guys are going to get absolutely plumb buried in snow.
Well, yeah, you're going to get snow no matter what. Because look at all the snow in this I'm gonna get out of the Philadelphia area and I'm gonna
So what we're gonna be watching for down here in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina is in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina is the 1.2 up there near Detroit. We could get a couple more inches up there in Toledo.
And you can see some of the snow from the KDIX radar.
5 inches. Is the 10 inches right over here in Akron?
It's snowing.
Way.
I mean,
now 9 inches. Yeah, so right in here, we've definitely got more than I thought we were going to get. The heaviest snow axis is right down in here. But if you've already got 10 inches up there between Akron and Cleveland, you'll get a couple more. You will definitely get a couple more. We might get over a foot over there. Heavy snow over here in Cincinnati, huh?
There is snow in Cincinnati yet.
Coming down good. Oh, Kings Island. We got to check in on Kings Island. Yeah, I think it's possible that the whole Eiffel Tower here gets covered up. Just joking.
They're wide, chewy rice noodles rolled up with club shrimp and finished with a sweet and salty sauce.
We are potentially already over a foot here.
You know they're going to be the life of the
It's still
party.
coming down hard, son. Soak it
Starting
in.
with my filling.
It'll be a while before we get another big one like this, I think.
I'm going with shrimp though, to keep with the seafood theme of Little Mermaid. I've got half a pound of shrimp that's peeled and deveined and chopped. I'll season it with some salt and
Let's
white
see
pepper.
here.
White pepper is
Let me see here. I think we have a camera from Spring.
National Weather Service just issued a tornado watch for portions of Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. It's going to go on for 7 hours.
I want to go to the Chester Railway. I want to change cameras to the Chester Railway because
tornadoes.
Look at all this snow in Chester, Massachusetts. I mean, who wants to go to Chester now? Only for me, I want to go skating.
To show us these tornadoes as they happen.
Wait. They're gonna put it on the they're gonna put it on. On the Storm Shield app. They're gonna put this. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch. That should have happened. So now we have our tornado watch in Albany, Georgia, which is again one of my areas in the WeatherWise app. So if you go here, go to no WeatherWise app. It's the Storm Shield app. Remember, if you get the WeatherWise works, you have to get the Storm Shield app. It is quick and easy, and yeah, this is gonna get crazy here.
Which takes kind of a unique setup.
The National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch.
Go ahead, Yellbot.
It really helps that this
Thanks, Ryan. We've got some ground truth that flips the script a bit. First off, Canton, North Carolina just confirmed 0.30 inches of freezing rain accretion. Glaze is building in those mountain areas. Then over in
It's gonna be cold in Albany, Georgia.
5 inches of ice, numerous trees and lines down. That's west of the tornado watch zone. And New Jersey State Police are now reporting I-287 is impassable, with vehicles staging at DOT lots. This is escalating fast in the Northeast.
We got the first tornado watch on the Storm Shield app for 2026.
Sure thing. How about we dig into the Carolinas right now? We've got that verified 0.30 inches of freezing rain in Canton, North Carolina. We could ask the viewers around Asheville or Haywood County. Are y'all seeing more ice glaze or sleet on the ground? Might help confirm how widespread the icing is.
Yeah, this is the area where you really
Yeah,
see
definitely. And obviously, before I get ready for that, Davidson! Anyways, yeah, I know. Most sweet is occurring near Raleigh and Henderson and Roxborough. Anyways.
We're good. That sounds good. Give me a heads up. I need probably like a 15-minute heads up just so I can compile some questions, I guess. But we're good.
It doesn't note that we have double Davidson, with another winter storm warning. Both Davidsons, one in North Carolina and one in Tennessee, both Davidsons are under winter storm warnings.
We're in our radar hole. We're going to rely on y'all. Trees are breaking in Brevard. 1/2 inch accumulation of frozen rain in Hendersonville, North Carolina.
Yeah, no. I saw that. I saw that on the radar.
Having an effect here. No ice or sleet way back here. So specifically, right in this corridor, we do have freezing rain happening right now. All right, guys. The governor of Kentucky is about to join us. Governor Andy Beshear is about to join us right now. If you are from Kentucky, check in. And let me know if you have any specific questions you want me to relay to the governor of Kentucky.
Alright, the governor is... currently, the governor is about to release... is about to talk to... But right now, I will be monitoring the situation here. Obviously, this is a dangerous situation. Okay, looks like we got the Mass Higher Holyoke Career Center closed. And again, with this 3-hour stream right now, 5-hour stream going to the 3rd hour. No, the Palmer Public Library, which normally when WWB puts this on the closing list, says open at noon. This time it says closed tomorrow. Pelham Elementary School, I believe. Yep. And normally you don't see this, the Pulaski Club of East Hampton. And I don't know why the Quabbin Block is not under the closing list yet. Because there's so many closings right now, obviously. And again, look at this. CCD. The Johnny Andrews CCD in Agawam has CCD classes canceled. So, the name CCD has CCD classes canceled. That's nice, John. Let's see. And still, this part is still closed. I don't know why this is unusual for the town of Wilbraham disposal. Alright, moving on. I found out that the we now have a second United Church after the United Church of Benotston, which was closed like a year ago. The United Church of Ware is added to the list. And apparently there's 2 of these Valley Spring behavioral health hospitals. The Warwick School District is closed, Westfield Public Schools is closed. And we finally have our first Z on WWLP.com, the Zion Community Baptist Church in Springfield. Wow. Yabba, go ahead.
75% without power after half an inch of ice. That's catastrophic. Dayton, Ohio. Waffle House locations closing at 2 p.m. Huge severity indicator. In Pittsburgh, Route 51 scanner says total gridlock, impassable roads, vehicles stuck.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Lots and lots of places are starting to close right now. And now my area is under a massive care discussion. Thanks. Why when Yellbot was talking? So now we're getting to the point now that starting at noon, we're gonna get to that point where we're gonna be seeing 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour. 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour. That's crazy. And one of the papers have gone away, so that's all right. Okay, we have another update to the state of Whispers Parish in Wadlow. We now know that the Monday 7:30 a.m. Mass has been canceled. If you go to Huntington, I think the Huntington Public Library is going to be closed today. It's so snowy there. We already know that the Igloo is closed. And wow, nearly 10,000 flights have been canceled due to this winter storm. That is a whole lot. That is a whole lot of just having one. So if you live in Albany, New York, you have a winter storm warning. But in Albany, Georgia, you have 4 alerts, which are extreme cold watch, freeze watch, wind advisory, and the one we need to keep an eye on is tornado watch. And now we have a second part to this big live stream. We've been talking about Winter Storm Benjamin. Well, now there is a tornado part to that. So I'm now going to put extreme cold, Western Mass and Louisiana, winter storm, and tornadoes. Okay, we just got a report of Nick getting snow. It's snowing pretty hard, according to my Doppler radar. And it's 5 degrees in Chicopee. You cannot believe what happened. Hold up, we want to go to Louisville because there's so many snowfall reports starting to come into the newsroom. Especially in Louisville.
I don't think that we've already got 6 or 7 inches in Louisville yet. And what's upsetting is there's no official reports from the National Weather Service here. They've either not submitted them or you guys are not sending them. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we'll get a bunch of them all at once here in a moment.
That laptop was calling my name.
Definitely, gotta get those reports coming to the newsroom right now
Story time, here I come. Who wants dim sum?
because wait a while, there's gonna be several reports of foot of snow.
Photos. The best way to do it is through ryanhallyall.com/submit.
Yeah, definitely. Again, so we start this hour of this Winter Storm Benjamin coverage with taking a live look from Chester, Massachusetts, where it's snowing right now, and this is actually
getting closer to Lexington. The cold air is moving east, so we're switching from freezing rain back over to sleet in Lexington. I hope that we switch over to snow for a little bit because that's better than ice and snow. That in mind. Will the sleet turn back into snow in Versailles, Kentucky? Yes. Yeah, I think it will for a period of time. You're in a battle right here with this line. If I switch over to correlation coefficient, you can literally see the line. That is exactly where we switch from snow to sleet. So if you're on this side of the line, it's sleeting and freezing raining. If you're on this side of the line, it's snowing. And if the line is moving this way slowly, it's not going to go very fast.
This is a special edition of In Focus. I'm James Warren. And technically there is still Patrick Berry here. We are here at the Quarterback Studios in Chicopee with a whole lot of information. We got snowfall reports. We even got a little bit of flooding as well. And now we got the chance for an isolated tornado in portions of Georgia. So there's a big stuff to follow. So let's start this coverage with a live work from Chester, Massachusetts, where it's unbelievably snowing right now.
Let me check the correlation coefficient. Yeah, the sleet line's all the way up here. So we got heavy precipitation down here around Central City, but it looks like it's sleet right now. Half my county has snow, half is getting ice. How much more snow and sleet can we expect here in Greenville, Kentucky? I think double your sleet and double your snow. That's how much more you're going to get.
Beautiful, colorful moving and images with our food, starting with the beautiful orange carrot. Unadulterated. I need you to dice
if it's sleeting right now, it's still going to sleet for a little while longer, and then it'll switch over to snow.
Vibrant yellow.
Yeah, everybody over here, Pikeville, Southeast Kentucky, we're all...
right here, ready to receive.
Hold up, we got a phone call coming into the newsroom. Oh, hold on a second, I got a phone call. I think that is Yelbot. Yelbot. Hold on a second. Looks like we've lost service here. This is obviously occurs many times right now. Obviously, the Chester camera is still up. Let me get to also the Westfield camera. Let me get to that here in a little bit. And I also want to put Ryan Hall back on my phone. So please hold on a second. And this charger's not working for me, which is unfortunate.
Lorenzo is obsessed with this. He puts it on avocado, baked potato.
Still 8% left though. So hopefully we can go back.
That's a whole nother hurdle to kind of, I know Ava's like just behind.
Okay, hold on a second. Westfield. Let's put Westfield's.
Struggling with weak erection.
Let's put the Westfield's Parks.
I think you guys must be very nice parents because we did not have a choice growing up.
Over on Park Square. There's both of the cameras.
If they ate spicy, we ate spicy.
I've never spicy as a kid either, and I used to feel that way before I had a kid and say, oh no, they just eat what you eat. But it's really hard with just a 2-year-old eventually. There's no rationalizing with a 2-year-old. We had neighbor and every Tuesday night. My mother was back by the bacon.
Choose to live your life from nature.
Couldn't handle it, and I would just sit there and then I was like, this is it.
And obviously doesn't want to, fall through. There's major coverage as well. Okay, Ryan Hall back.
We got a big line of storms down here. We got a tornado watch. We do actually have a severe thunderstorm warning that just came out, and we've got this big-time shield of snow. The heaviest snow currently is occurring from.
Okay, we do have a severe.
New York City, and
so we're gonna keep an eye on 3 warnings, maybe even 4 warnings. So this, we're gonna watch for tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. There is a potential we may get a flash flood warning, but however, it's more looking unlikely at this point. And obviously, we'll be monitoring for snow squall warnings because if there is a snow squall within the area, we're going to keep an eye on this. Obviously, it's been a major winter storm. And obviously, we've been on the air right now. By the way, the Patriots game will still be airing on Quarterback Network. Join us at 3 o'clock Eastern Time now. Because of severe weather coverage, I will not be announcing the Patriots game, but I will give you guys updates throughout the show. So, we want to go back next. This is again the live cameras from Westfield and Chester. And here is the severe thunderstorm warning that is issued for the Bayer-Roberta area in Alabama. Let's look at the velocity mode right now. And yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of rotation here. Obviously, the broad rotation is the one we need to keep a close eye on. If we got a tornado warning with this storm. It looks like we may or may not. get a tornado warning with the storm, but obviously we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is up from the National Weather Service. And hey, if you get y'all in the weather, what else you can do is do yaw mode, which if you get yaw mode, you have to you choose your icon and you share location with Wyatt. Obviously, this is only available with the Plus subscription, and also it will be available if you have the Pro subscription. So both Plus and Pro subscriptions cost money, but the basic subscription is free. So you don't need to subscribe to Weatherwise Plus in order to have the basics like velocity mode or precipitation type. But if you want to have the full effect, you have to get Weatherwise Plus. And it looks like we now have a yaw watch for a tornado. It looks a little bit unlikely at this point, but obviously that can change. Let's go back to Massachusetts now because we are monitoring what will likely be a very heavy snowfall. Maybe 1 to 2 inches per hour snowfall. Obviously, I do not want to be here for the next, like, say, 3 hours, so to bear with me here. Obviously, if you joined us for all the latest hours, you may have seen me being here for the next couple of hours, giving you live information, coming into the newsroom. So, again, I want to bear with you guys. This is a major winter storm, and that's why I'm on the air here. If this would have been like 6 inches of snow, we would not be on the air. So that's good. It is a 12-inch snowfall. So that's the green light.
I thought it was just a fatty liver, but it's actually MASH. It's serious. It's scarring my liver, and it requires more than losing weight.
Restifra is made for MASH with moderate to advanced liver scarring without cirrhosis, along with diet and
So let's get back.
It has accelerated. They're on an alternate menu. Studies are ongoing to confirm benefit. Only Restifra works directly in the liver. It helps reduce MASH and liver scarring.
Before taking, tell your doctor about
Let's take a look at the latest clothes here. Alright, this one is getting low on battery here, so bear with me here.
Major icing going on in Mississippi. We've got trees down everywhere. Trees down, power lines down in Tennessee as well. Huge, giant limbs falling down off of trees in the Nashville area right now. More freezing rain is currently moving in to the Nashville area. It is not over in Nashville. It's not over in Nashville. It might be wrapping up in Oxford, Mississippi. Let's hope to goodness that's happening. Yeah, it looks like the precipitation is clearing up for the most part in Oxford. This might be, just about over in Oxford. The problem now is that it's going to get colder. All the ice, it's not going anywhere. The temperatures are going to plummet down near 0 tonight, and now we've got 200,000 people without power. So over here in Tupelo, you're going to have a similar problem with the power outages and more ice. The freezing rain is currently coming down right now, and that's going to continue to cause problems out here in Tupelo. Once again, it doesn't look like it's as bad in Tupelo as it was in Oxford, but it's definitely still bad. There's a pretty clear corridor where the worst of the icing is happening. It's right in here. Right in here. It's plumb boring without electricity, somebody says. Still have power, fingers crossed, it stays. We have more ice in Franklin, Tennessee. Yes, more ice is coming to Franklin, Tennessee.
You believe we fixed up over 100 houses in law?
Now Ben and Aaron take on their most ambitious transformations yet. This is something different. More on the line, more to love.
Just another day of making
5 inches in
And I just said, at the 11 o'clock hour, the Quabba box was not on the list. They finally added it to the list.
Holy smokes, look at those trees, man. This is in Hohenwald, Tennessee.
Grab that pork that. I had it. I took it out of the braising liquid.
Daggone
Put a little
ice.
more barbecue chip dust on it. And just hit it under the broiler to get that fat cap nice. Listen in.
Mayhem.
We have another
here in
new one to the
Tennessee.
list. I'd like to add that to the list too.
I'm surprised any of these are working.
A little extra effort goes a long way. Look at that. We got that beautiful.
Ice is bringing trees down out here near Jackson.
Alex, can you cut
And
that
remember,
out nice
this right here, this band of red, that's your freezing rain.
Yeah, I'm serious.
It does look like it's trying to go in to the south and east, but it's kind of staying right over Nashville right now. The good news is Brad Arnold just woke up, and he's in Nashville. So he might be able to give us some imagery on the ground.
Oh, now Shelburne Town
Lots
Hall.
of broken
There you go.
trees,
We got both of the S's in the town hall.
Okay.
And I see a train now in
Still freezing
Cheshire,
rain with,
which you should
lights
not have
down out
done.
here, so that's coming from Glasgow.
You should not want
Brian,
trains
please thank
during
emergency
snow
medical professionals,
in the Cheshire
Brandon, to
area.
help us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Heroes. We're switching over to sleet in Lexington again. Lexington, Kentucky is hanging on for dear life. I don't think as bad of icing made it up to Lexington, but it's not over yet.
That's an adjective.
Look at that. Big bowl.
That's nice too, Jeff. I think sometimes people over shred. It's so nice to have those big chunks here and there.
I don't need to whip this.
And so much of cooking for kids is saving time for mom and dad.
Okay.
And this, you can put on in the morning before you go to work. Dinner's ready when you get home.
Here's what it looks like out there in Floyd County, Indiana.
All day. Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for sending this in, DD. This is Fulton County, Ohio. This is coming from Jeremy in Indiana. 5 inches of snow there. 6 inches in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. 4 or 5 inches in Ballard County, Kentucky. 10 inches in Columbus. That's Franklin County, Ohio. And of course, we've got some Y'allbot fans out there. It's my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday. Lots of snow in New Jersey. Thanks for sending this stuff in. 3 or 4 inches in Arkansas. 8 inches in Dublin, Ohio. The Yallometers are coming out in droves today. Thanks for sending that in, Rebel. And here's Boone County, Kentucky. That's a big drift right there. There's about 8 inches of snow in Greenville, Ohio. Once again, that's what it looks like in the Nashville area. I'll try to find that Hohenwald, Tennessee one. This is another, look at some of the significant stuff that's going on in the Tennessee area as well. Just another reminder, ice is a big problem. If you hear trees snapping, you gotta get away from windows. Just like it's a severe thunderstorm warning.
Thankfully though, we've added, we do. We've never seen a official Greenfield school closed.
This is from Richmond, Kentucky right here.
And it's been very
once
snowy.
again, there is a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag down there near Bayou, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. If you're in Theodore, Tillman's Corner, or Mobile down in Alabama, you don't, you need to go ahead and take shelter and know that there is a real tornado threat with that severe thunderstorm warning. We're up to 76,000 people without power now in Kentucky.
We go.
In Nashville, one of our viewers is saying there's no power and transformers are exploding everywhere. There's a power line on fire. Another person says trees are popping like shotguns. This is the ice accumulation reaching a critical mass. Over 750,000 customers are without power across the region. If you still have power, this is a reminder to charge your devices now. This might be the last chance you have for a while, unfortunately. right, Brad Arnold's out. And about.
Hey, Ryan, it's Brad. When you have a second.
What's up, Brad?
Hey, good morning. Well, afternoon for you, Eastern time. Just want to let you know we just got in the chasing vehicle. Just fired up the stream a little bit later than I was expecting, but we stayed out really late last night. I think I was streaming until probably about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to be around the Nashville area up in Tennessee and the vicinity. So I just want to let you know my stream is on. So if you need anything, just give me a shout.
She's adorable. She's 7 years old. She posts great videos
All right.
online. She
So that's
other kids her age.
Brad Arnold. He's going to be out there showing us some of the impacts from the ice.
By the way,
Once again, we got Governor Andy Beshear joining us shortly in Kentucky. So we're awaiting his phone call here. And once again, I'm looking at chat. If you guys have anything critical, any information you think we can get from the governor, let me know. We'll do everything we can to have a nice conversation to disseminate some information to all the Kentuckians that are watching right now. Which Kentucky is on top of the leaderboard. Let's go. Most people checking in right now on the WeatherWise app are from Kentucky. A bunch of you are over there in the Louisville and Cincinnati area.
so if you go over there,
There we go. Governor Andy Beshear is calling.
Oh wow, that's so easy. I love that. What are some other favorite things to make?
Hello, Governor. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you holding up?
Well, you know, this has a significant impact on Kentucky. We're seeing our power outages go up by the minute, but we've got a big crew of transportation workers, utility workers, and others that are out there doing their very best.
All right. Yeah, we've got a pretty intense band of freezing rain happening right now between Bowling Green. It goes up to areas just south and east of Lexington. I think last number I heard on power outages was about 75,000. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, that's what we've hit. We're seeing some of the biggest impacts in Barron County. We're seeing major power outages in the surrounding counties right in that region, you know, starting in Allen County on our border and then moving up in kind of a diagonal direction. Where that line is hit is having really significant impacts, though we are not seeing some of the impacts that we thought we'd see further into eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, the cold air on the surface is trying to creep back east a little bit, though. We're noticing that some places that were having all rain, like in Lexington, are switching back over to freezing rain and sleet now. We expect that might switch over in closer to Somerset and Monticello as well. But the vast majority of everybody, all the Kentuckians that are watching me right now, are mostly just concerned about the power, right? If the power goes out, are there plans in place and a good path forward to get it back on quickly? Just give us some insight there. I think we lost audio. Yep, I think we've lost audio on you. If you want to try call them back, that would be good. I don't know what happened there. It sounded like it was muted. We had connection. I'll let Governor Andy Beshear know he can call us back if he wants to, but it sounds like we've got a good, a handle on things so far. And the good news is also it's not as bad in Kentucky right now as it is in Tennessee. So it's a much bigger job to handle the situation that's unfolding right now in Tennessee. But unfortunately, a lot of that energy that's currently causing the problems in Nashville is funneling up into that thin, freezing rain band between Bowling Green and Lexington. I think he's calling back. So hopefully, if you're in the southern part of Kentucky, we don't have to deal with something like that. Hello, Governor. Can you hear me now?
I can. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we're in the middle of an ice storm.
That makes perfect sense. No big deal. Once again, I was just reading some chats from Kentuckians here, and everybody's concerned about the power. We're hearing some crazy stuff out of Tennessee, right? Like especially down there around Nashville. A lot of that same energy is trying to funnel up into that thin band of freezing rain that comes up into south central Kentucky. So just give us some insight on if power does go out, what's the plan look like to get it back on?
Yeah, so the two things we're facing right now are dangerous road conditions, though our interstates look okay at the moment, and then the power being out with days that are going to be really, really cold coming after. So what we've got right now is significant numbers of utility workers. They brought in all their contractors that they had under contract, and then we have mutual aid coming in from about 3 different states that did not get hit by ice the way that we did. So we've got a ton of people that are going to be out there working to get the power back up. But what we'd ask is stay off the roads. That helps not only first responders and transportation workers that are working on those roads, but it also helps all those utility linemen be safe. So we're right now in the middle of it. This is really the thick and possibly the most difficult part of this storm. So we'll know more here in a couple hours, but at least in a limited area, it looks like we're going to have significant power outages. But just talked to the CEO of the TVA. It is not in the generation side, it's in the connection side. So as quickly as we can get those linemen out there and get those lines back up, power can be restored.
All right, you've got a long afternoon and evening ahead of you, and so we'll let you get we'll let you get back to it. But anytime you want to call in, just let us know. We enjoy talking to you.
Thanks, Ryan. We're proud of you, and thanks for keeping everybody safe.
All right, thank you, Governor. Bye. All right, that was Governor Andy Beshear reassuring us that we've got help if we need it, if the power goes out for a large number of Kentuckians. And I do believe that we're already getting there. We've already got 75,000 people without power. That number is going to go up. It might take a while for it to go down, but I believe that we're obviously working on it to the best of our abilities here in Kentucky. Similar situation in Nashville or Middle Tennessee, but actually a little bit more serious with a lot more, ice currently. Now that could change as once again some of that energy is trying to work up north right now. But we are definitely dealing with a big time power outage situation in Nashville. So let's actually check in on the current numbers here. This is Kentucky. We are up to, once again, 75,000 people or customers without power. If we go over to Tennessee, we're up to 300,000 customers without power. A lot of those are coming from Davidson County. 90% of the county is without power. 96% of Hickman County without power. That's crazy, actually. We got 62% in Hardin County. And we are, crossing over 300,000 without power here soon. So that is what's going on in Tennessee right now. We're going to check in on our friends over here in West Virginia, where we're starting to get some power outage reports in as well. We got 21,000 customers without power in West Virginia, looking like about 3,500 people or customers there in Lincoln County have lost power. How are we doing in North Carolina? I know you got a lot of people watching in North Carolina. The freezing rain looks like it's confined mostly to the western side of North Carolina. We're dealing with mostly sleet in some of these other places, but Transylvania County specifically, we got 35% of the county without power right now, at least what's tracked. We don't have a significant power outage problem in South Carolina at all yet. We do have about 36,000 customers without power in Georgia, though, and that's all coming from that same corridor that leads up into the part of North Carolina where we are without power. So a lot of this is coming from Rabin County over here, where about half the county is without power. So sleet and freezing rain is causing problems in Georgia and North Carolina, and that is only going to get worse as we go on throughout the day. Okay, it's only going to get worse as we go throughout the day. So make sure you're prepared for that in Georgia, in North Carolina, maybe even northwestern portions of South Carolina. I'm trying to keep it light. I'm trying to, hope for the best here. But it does look like, the freezing rain problem might be a much less concerning thing for the Piedmont region and the eastern side of the Appalachian Mountains versus what it is over there in Tennessee and Kentucky and Mississippi right now. It still could potentially be bad. It looks like there's at least an isolated corridor of freezing rain that's actually causing real problems right now in Georgia and North Carolina, but it could be a lot worse. We're tracking it. We'll let you know as things change.
Over the top. And then I was always, when I was a kid, just try and get the syrup into the little squares. Yeah. Into the squares, just into the squares. Not up, see, not over the edge. And there I go. So, and there you
There's 3 minutes left on this.
We are up to 889,000 people without power, or customers without power now. I keep saying people, but remember, there's millions of people if you count all the people in the household. Let's go check in on our newest severe thunderstorm warning and y'all watch. So we've got we've got a whole other situation unfolding down here, unfortunately, in Alabama that we've got to kind of focus in on. We may have just had a brief tornado, actually. We don't have any tornado warnings, but meteorologist Andy Hill is lighting it up with the y'all watches. We've got low confidence that a tornado warning might be issued here soon for portions of Montgomery County, Alabama. There's also another y'all watch just to the south of that as these storms are starting to rotate like crazy. We've got an area of rotation right here just near Montgomery. And that's where we think a brief tornado could have happened here recently. And then we've got another one down to the south. So we're watching this very closely. If you live in Pike Road or shorter out here south of Tallahassee in Alabama, you should take shelter immediately and know that a tornado threat does exist with these severe thunderstorms that are coming in. Even without the tornado, though, we're talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Yes, we got
60-mile-per-hour winds. If you know somebody down here in Alabama, share this with them. Okay, a lot of people might not even know this is going on. Everybody thinks that the only thing that's happening today is the ice storm and the snow. Some people are going to get surprised by a tornado potentially as this line races east into areas near Auburn, Columbus, Troy, Andalusia, Crestview, and then all of our storm chasers are down here near Pensacola, Florida right now, tracking the storms that will be happening down there. Let's check in on some snow reports. 30 inches of snow out here in Bonito Lake, New Mexico. That's a storm total. 13 inches of snow already in areas northwest of Pittsburgh. More snow is coming.
People ask about you guys. They want to know if GG is always so dapper.
More snow is coming.
But the second question is, Jeff always
it's still coming in on Pittsburgh. Already a foot of snow in Pittsburgh. That's crazy to think that. And soon, Chicopee may get, or will likely get, a foot of snow. So that is also crazy.
Want me to ask, or want me to talk about the upcoming winter storm? You guys really want to talk about another winter storm? There's no way you're already done with this one. I mean, obviously we're done. We want to be done with this one, but there's no way we want to actually think about another winter storm. There is a signal for one. We're not talking about it just yet. We will, but we're not going to do it just yet. Let's see here. Once again, Boston, Pennsylvania, 13 inches on the board, 10 inches in Leechburg, Pennsylvania, 11 in West Sunbury, Pennsylvania. We also got 11 report in from Beaver Creek, Ohio. And we got 4.8 inches of sleet back here in Memphis. Holy smokes. All right, we got a new y'all watch. New area of interest from meteorologist Andy Hill. Montgomery County and Bullitt counties in Alabama. We're now watching this area for some rotation. We might have a tornado warning issued here soon. Let's go back up here to the severe thunderstorm warning to the north. We've got 3 of you inside of this. So 3 of you that have checked in on the WeatherWise app are directly in the path of this dangerous storm that does have a tornado possible tag, and meteorologist Andy Hill has highlighted this area as well. There's some rotation. There could be a tornado warning issued for this. So far, there isn't. Right now, our viewer down here south of or east of Bellwood Estates is reporting straight line winds, likely in excess of 50 to 60 miles per hour as this approaches shorter. All right, so get into your safe spot, put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. If that tornado warning gets issued, which even if it doesn't, you might as well get away from windows and all that good stuff for the severe thunderstorm warning. My goodness, y'all, this is plumb all over the place.
I want you to get.
There's too much stuff going on right now. We just got a 0.23 inch freezing rain report from Greenville.